Chapter 180, 3 Money-Making Plans 1. It was a very simple restaurant outside the school. The decor was average, but it was quiet. The booth was semi-closed, and it was more comfortable to talk. Of course, the most important thing was that the food was delicious and cheap. It was only 60 yuans per person. Of course, a muscular young man like Zhu Tui could eat 2 portions alone. Zhang Ziking must have been working hard to become a successful businessman. He was extremely punctual. Zhu Tui's appointment time was 7:10 p.m. When he arrived 3 minutes earlier, Zhang Ziking had already arrived. He had even drunk some water. He was very punctual and even arrived early. This young man had potential. When the men ate, they were relatively casual. They ordered 2 hard dishes and filled their stomachs with the rest. Zhu Tui wanted to drink a glass of beer, but according to the school's advice, it was best not to drink alcohol for the next 3 months after being injected with the genetic liberation elixir. On the other hand, old Zhang drank happily. "Brother Zhu, let me give you a toast. Your performance in the arena today was this." Zhang Ziking gave Zhu Tui a thumbs up. "I was shocked the entire time. How did you train your strength? Can you teach me?" "Does you need to fall asleep within 1 minute? That is the first step." 1 minute? Zhang Ziking shook his head. Although he knew that Zhu Tui might be joking, he still smiled and said, "The moment I lay down on the bed, I started to think about all sorts of things. I wanted to get a mortgage and a car. I wanted to earn more money so that I could marry my girlfriend as soon as possible. The more I thought about it, the more awake I became, and I could not sleep at all." 1 minute? More like an hour. Zhu Tui was speechless. He had only spoken the truth when old Zhang complained. "Old Zhang, we can be considered friends. I only have one purpose for treating you to a meal today, to earn money. To be honest, I've been short of money for my cultivation recently. At this rate, my cultivation will stop into 3 days. Tell me about the contribution points. How much could I exchange these contribution points for?" Zhu Tui went straight to the point. "I won't hide it from you. When the rewards for today's combat competition are distributed, I'll have at least 300 contribution points in my account. 250 of them will be honorary contribution points." The actual combat today made Zhu Tui realize that strength was too important. The difference in strength did not depend on the ranking on the Longhu list in the Wuxia Genetic Evolution College. It was life and death. Strength was life. However, where did Zhu Tui's strength come from? The introspection talent brought about by meditation was part of it. The genetic miracle cultivation method taught by Zhao Soxui was part of it. There was also a large amount of cultivation resources and cultivation time. Zhu Tui could not change the first two drastically. He had done his best to plan his cultivation time. The biggest variable now was the cultivation resources. Cultivation resources only represented one word: money. This was the main reason Zhu Tui had come to find Zhang Ziking today. He wanted to earn money. "Brother Zhu, the lowest value of the resources that the various organizations under the genetic committee can exchange with contribution points is 1 to 500. It could be said that 1 contribution point could be exchanged for 500 yuans in cash. However, the reality was that it was hard to earn money and even harder to earn contribution points. For example, an ordinary second-year student would be able to earn a net profit of 50,000 yuans a month if they went out on a mission and took some risks. However, it was basically impossible for him to earn 100 contribution points a month. Even 50 points would be difficult. Therefore, on the market, the premium of contribution points was very high. Currently, the lowest value of the contribution points that we had spent was 1 to 1,000. The average price here was 1 to 1,500. If we can get those precious resources that can only be exchanged with a large amount of contribution points, people will want them even if it's 1 to 3,000, let alone 1 to 2,000, Zhang Ziking said. Zhu Tui understood what he meant. "I understand. It's because there are fewer people who have a large number of contribution points and more people who have a small number of contribution points. The more contribution points you use in one go, the more valuable the contribution points are, right?" At this point, Zhu Tui laughed. Based on the current situation, I should be able to use around 1,000 contribution points. If I were to spend them all, wouldn't I be able to earn 2 to 3 million? This number amused Zhu Tui. However, Xun Ziking was not amused. Instead, his expression became a little serious. Brother Zhu, let me put it this way. I didn't know about your strength in the past. I only thought that you were an ordinary student who had someone in your family or an outstanding family member. That was why I wanted to earn some contribution points from you. I would also get some benefits if you made some money. However, after watching your strength today, I feel that you should keep your contribution points, Xun Ziking said. Zhu Tui's expression suddenly became stunned. Why do you say that? Ordinary students will also consume a certain amount of contribution points during the cultivation process, but not much. If there wasn't enough, they could just take their time to earn it. However, a top-notch genius like you improved very quickly. After a while, you would realize that your need for contribution points was much greater than your need for money. As long as you are willing to take risks and spend time, you would be able to resolve the problem with your strength. But contribution points are usually earned by risking one's life. They are even more precious. At this point, Xun Ziking said with a serious expression, Brother Zhu, from the perspective of a businessman, I hope that you can spend the contribution points you have.